Good morning. This is Dr. Rajesh Mehra, and I'm so happy that you've decided to join us. I'm so honored and privileged this morning to have with me an author whose name is Maryam, and the last name is difficult to pronounce. Her book is called For the Love of a Son. And rather than me tell you the story, we're going to talk to her and get her side of the story and find out what the book is all about and what the background is. Welcome to Salaam India.
Thank you, Dr. Mehra, for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. To start with, give us a little background about this book. What is this book about?
This book about when I flew back from Pakistan, when I smuggled my son back, everybody was telling me to write your story, write a story. The story is about my life. My son was kidnapped. It's almost, gosh, long time ago, when he was 2.5 years old, from Los Angeles, California. And then I found him after 17.5 years of searching, and it's very, very hard and was devastating for me and for my family. I found him when he was 19, and it was the most beautiful moment of my life. When I found him, he was with 4 smugglers, and was a very emotional part. I walked into the hotel, and here he was. That you've been looking for. And I just hold him. I said, if it is dream, God, don't wake me up. Right. And I was crying. And these 4 smugglers, they were all men, you know, and they were just literally, there was tears in their eyes. So I kissed his feet, I kissed his hand, and I was so happy to see him. And plus, also, when you write, you know, story, it has to be in the background of my family. My family has been through so much. So story of like my heritage and my
So it's the whole, so if I understand this, you were living with your son and your husband in California. He was 2.5, and your husband smuggled him to Afghanistan or to Pakistan?
Actually, I was living here in Alexandria, Virginia.
Oh, Alexandria.
Yes, yes. Okay. With my ex. He was a very abusive. Everything is in the book. Very abusive man. So I went with my father, with my son, to California, Los Angeles, to live. And I had a custody of my son, and he just one day showed up, and I knew that one day he would come probably and kidnap. And he did stole my son, and he ran away. Though, like, everybody was informed, but what he did under a different name, he drove to Canada. Later on, we found out, much later. From Canada, he flew to Germany. From Germany, he flew to Russia. At that time, Afghanistan was invaded by Russia, and it was 1986. And he went to Afghanistan. That, as we found out later. When I went to Germany, and the German police helped me.
So it took you all these years of research, finding, to finally find him. And then when you found him, you did what?
My sister, well, after 9/11, it was easier for us. And his father was less powerful. So my sister was on one of her trip back to Afghanistan, and I begged her to go and found him. And she went and saw him. And then the first time that he talked to me over the phone, and his father lied to him that I was dead, I was killed in a car accident.
So he already sort of brainwashed him that either you died or something happened.
When he was between 11 and 12 years old, then someone told him that, no, your mother is alive in the state. And I used to look for him. I used to send, you know, everything you can think of. I sent letters to the White House, over there, even to the Taliban. And one of the Talib ministers, they called me. And they said, your son is fine, and he belongs to his father, not to you.
I see. Am I assuming that your ex-husband was or is a Taliban?
He's a ruthless, horrible person.
Okay, I got you. And now where does he live? Still in Afghanistan?
He lives in Afghanistan, yes. Okay. And then later on, the father told him that I sold him for $5,000. So imagine this child has been gone through so much psychological every time that the father lied to him. And I found him, I saw him, brought him here. We did the DNA test in Pakistan and American Embassy. Make sure that he's my son. It is your son, right. I mean, that was the American Embassy wanted to do that. And but he went back to his father.
So that must have been painful too.
It was very painful.
Very painful. Now, tell me, how did Jean Sasson and how did this relationship happen?
I finished, I write my story. It was 2005, and I found an agent. So it's so hard to write a book. It's not hard to write a book, but to publish it is very, very crucial. And I had an agent, and my agent sent it to 4 different publishing companies. And everyone, they said the story is remarkable, but need more emotion. And then plus, that they were afraid, the publishing company, that they might lose money because everything is about money. And I was like, so what should I do? Should I rewrite it, or should I, because that's my story. And through a friend of mine, she told to Jean Sasson, that Jean Sasson called me from in Saudi. She said, I heard that you have problem, publishing. Could you send me the inquiry? So I sent her the inquiry, and she said, Maryam, I'm going to help you. Can you send me the manuscript? So I sent her the manuscript, and it took her 48 hours. After 48 hours, she called me. She said, Maryam, you want your book to be in the shelves within 12 months? And I'm like, yes.
That would be nice. So you did it. Yeah. Fantastic. Now, where is the book available, and how does one get it?
The book is available right now in England, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, India, and all Middle Eastern countries. And the book is now going to be published in Russian language and Spanish language all next year, and Polish, Dutch, and Arabic.
Languages. Is it on Amazon?
It's Amazon.com UK, and plus in Amazon, it's going to be available in American Amazon within 2 months, and hopefully then next year it's going to be published, in here in United States.
So where do you go from here? I understand you yourself now live in Saudi.
Yes, after my son was kidnapped, it was very, very dark years of my life. So finally, everybody was encouraging me to move on. I met someone that he was from Saudi Arabia, and we got married, and I have a beautiful son.
Another son? Okay.
And I named my son after my first son.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah.
And he said that we'll go to Saudi after he finishes school. He said, we'll go for 2 years to Saudi, and we will come back. And he never did. Oh.
So you're staying in Saudi then now?
Yes.
And also come to the US here to see family? Yes. Fantastic. Any other projects that you're working on, or just promoting this book right now? I'm
going to promote this book right now, and plus I already started my first draft. I want to write a novel.
A novel, great. Yes. Sort of based on this theme, or do you have another theme in mind?
No, different theme, but it's actually about a woman, and it's fiction and not non-fiction. So it's about a woman that struggles in her life and trying to find freedom, trying to find happiness.
Excellent. Well, we wish you all the luck. I mean, it sounds like I'm going to have to read it one day, and I think it sounds like a very intriguing story.
Thank you very
much. We thank you for taking time out amongst your travels and busy life that you lead. And when you come back to the US, then come back and see us again.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Mehra. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.